Hey guys, thanks for stopping by, and today we are making fish and chips. It's bright out here, I'm on the shore, and I've got sunglasses on for that very reason. But nonetheless, these fish and chips are going to be awesome. Crispy snapper, crispy potatoes, a tartar sauce with lots of lemon and herbs. Really simple. It's going to remind you of something you may have had in Australia or England or at your favorite pub, and I'm going to show you how to do it in less than 2 hours. Let's get to the kitchen and let's make some awesome fish and chips. Alright guys, let's get started on these fish and chips. To begin, we'll do the potatoes first. So take about 3 or 4 potatoes. You're gonna peel them, and then once they're peeled, we're gonna go ahead and cut them up and put them in cold water. I'm gonna go classic here and cut them in wedges, but you could really cut them whatever size you want. End of the day, they're really just French fries. Cool, once they're cut, get them in some cold water, and we're gonna put them under running water until they run clear. Then we're gonna let them soak in the cold water for about 30 minutes or so. While they're soaking, we're gonna set up a fryer, actually 2 fryers, and then do a couple other tasks. So while we're waiting on the potatoes, let's make the tartar sauce. We'll begin by finely chopping some parsley. Best way to do it is to just kind of roll it up in a little bundle like this and then just run a knife over it, almost like what the French would call a chiffonade. Then we'll cut up some pickles. You could use cornichons if you had those instead. That's a little bit more traditional. I just don't have any. Then we'll begin getting everything in a bowl. Add the mayo. Then we'll add half the parsley, the other half we'll save for garnishing at the end. Pinch of cayenne, that'll be nice, some heat, then some salt and pepper. Add some lemon zest. Make sure you rotate the lemon as you zest it so you don't get too much pith. Add some lemon juice as well. We want this to be really nice and zingy. And give it a good mix and just throw it in the fridge. That's pretty easy, huh? Cool, now that your potatoes have soaked for 30 minutes, we can do the first fry on them. This is gonna be the fry to get them fully cooked. So take them out of the water, get them nice and dry, and then we're gonna fry them at a low temperature to get them cooked all the way through. So you've got 2 fryers set up. One of them is heated to about 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Test a potato in it like so. It should gently start coming up to a bubble. If it's like that, you are good, and you can start adding all of your potatoes to get that first fry going. Give them a good stir so that nothing gets stuck together, and just let them go until they're cooked all the way through. When they are just kind of starting to come apart, they are ready. Take them out, put them on a wire rack, get all the oil off of them, and we're gonna throw them in the fridge to cool down. Side note, I didn't mention it, but just be very careful when working with hot oil. This stuff is dangerous and we don't want any burns. All right, let's make the beer batter. So get your flour and cornstarch mix in a bowl. Then we're gonna add some baking powder. Then combine your vodka and beer. Thank you, Heston Blumenthal, for the awesome tip. The vodka will make this batter much crispier due to the nature of it having less water. Go ahead and drink any beer you have left and mix it all up. Once you've got it all mixed up, throw it in the fridge. You can let it sit in the fridge for up to 30 to 40 minutes or so, but I wouldn't go any longer than that. And for the fish, if your snapper or fish of choice happens to have some skin on it, no worries. Just take it off easily with a sharp knife by cutting straight down to the skin, but not through it, and then holding the knife flat, tugging slowly while holding the skin tight like so. It'll come off easily, and you'll have a nice clean fillet of fish, no skin. Okay, then let's season our fish on all sides with some salt and pepper. Then let's lightly dust it on both sides with some all-purpose flour. This will help the batter stick to it nicely. Should look something like that. And now we basically have everything ready to go to finish the dish. Okay, make sure you're set up with some utensils. The oil is hot, around 400 degrees, and some paper towels to absorb any grease at the end. Okay, here we go. Fish in the beer batter, get it nice and covered on both sides. Then gently place it into the oil, falling away from you so you don't get any splashes on yourself. Snapper should be simmering nicely like so. You can check it with that fish spatula and kind of flip it around so it gets nice color on both sides. It's looking great though. Depending on the size of your fish, it will take about 3 to 4 minutes in the oil. Lift it gently with that fish spat, and we'll get on those paper towels and make sure you hit it with some salt immediately. Fried food loves salt the moment it comes out of the oil. Once you're almost done with your fish, then fry your chips. So really hot oil, about 400 degrees, and I'm going in with all of those potatoes that have cooled down in the fridge. Chips, same thing. Make sure you hit them with the salt the moment they come out of the fryer on those paper towels. Remove the paper towels and give them a good shake. If you're feeling intimidated by the multitasking of the chips and the fish at the same time, you can preheat your oven to 350, 375 and keep your fish warm in there while you cook your chips. Okay, let's get the remaining parsley on those chips, and we'll just plate it all up. Pinch more parsley on top. And then a little finishing sea salt, always a nice touch. Just try to keep it all on the board. And that's it, folks. Fish and chips. Looks really tasty to me. Crispy chips, beautiful fish, life is good. I gotta share the tartar sauce, so my wife's looking at me like, give me some. They're trying to bring up. The secret here, your oil has to be really hot. I'm not gonna lie. But look at this. This has been sitting for probably 5 minutes for me to move the food out here to film it, and you can still hear how crispy it is. It's awesome. Look at that fish. A little tartar sauce, and I'm a happy camper. Thank you for joining me. Give it a try. Be safe. Until next time, keep on cooking.